So we've got this grand February 22nd, 2024 energy. It's all twos and fours and zeros, which of course are not counted when it comes to numerology. So what do we have? I'm going to do a little energy update and just channel and see what comes through for you. The first thing that's coming up, well, I'll just give you a little summary. 2 is the second chakra associated with our woohoo feminine creative life force. You, if you are a female, create from this chakra, and men too have this vibrational energy in the sacral chakra where we conceive our life, where we can procreate human beings, but we can also just create creative projects. So sometimes people have actually a separate designated chakra for this area that people say it's between the second and third chakra. Anyways, this day is a great day to honor your creativity. Get out the paints, get out your drums, get out your voices, your archetypes. Like, get really creative, get fun. Maybe the way that you get creative is reading or blasting music or doing your yoga. So do all those things. And the reason our creativity is so important right now on the planet is because we are at sort of an 11th hour of, is this planet going to make it on time to the prophetic, like the Great Awakening? Are we actually going to ascend, or are we just going to keep putting more crap in the oceans and destroying the planet? We're not going to do that. So what we need to do is find answers and solutions. And it comes from not just being in our intellect, but being in our creative energy. The twos have also a sort of lover archetype. It takes two to tango. The 22, twin flame energy, beloveds. But what this really is about bringing our creative life forces together with more than just ourselves. So share your artwork, have conversations, come into singing circles, host a party and do some drumming together, get in your creative flow. A lot of us feel stuck right now. A lot of us feel this heavy energy, and it feels like there's no solutions. Like we can just keep going in autopilot and working in the corporate job or working in the old paradigms where we're in our sort of family blueprint and it doesn't really work, or maybe it really doesn't work, but it's familiar. Or there's this, oh my gosh, what the heck? We could create new paradigms, but we might fail. Like if we launch our own businesses, or if we create new paradigm relationships, it's going to be messy. It's going to be unknown. And so this creative life force energy allows you to step into the unknown with this power to create. So maybe this would be a great time to look at your favorite painters, the masters, look at the Davids, look at some of your favorite artists, listen to Tchaikovsky or the Beatles, whatever feels really good, and get into that frequency of your own inner creative mastery. Get that inspirational spark. And being around other people who are creative is going to feed the flame. So what I'm feeling is a lot of people have been going through burnout. A lot of people have been working on trauma healing, which can be very exhausting. What I mean by trauma healing is we're healing old patterns that are stored in our soma, in our bodies, and we've been collectively lifting these things. They're intergenerational patterns, blueprints, old fear mindsets or ways of operating, and we're lifting these. And the great thing is there's a whole new wave of energy that wants to come, but we can't get it unless we are in our creative flow ourselves. And just so you know, it might take some time to really be like, wow, I'm in this like amazing state. Sometimes it takes time to warm up. So keep doing the things. What I'm getting is don't give up, get creative. Don't give up, get creative. So go do the things. It might be color, it might be pieces of fabric. I have like this piece of fabric that I don't even know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I just think it's so pretty, and I've made pillowcases out of it, and I wear creative colored clothes. You are different, and you came from a beautiful rainbow realm of energetics. So just get out of the I'm supposed to look like this, my kitchen is supposed to look like this. If you're doing renovations, like make it unique, make it yours, make it feel really, really good. Make your relationships feel really good. Don't be afraid to say things that are outside of the box. They might be, it might sound really weird. My husband and I, when we first met each other, I'll give you an example of how weird we sounded. He told me, he's like, just so you know, I've worked with a life coach, and he's helped me access this level of authenticity that even if I don't know you, I just really want to say what's true for me. And I was like, great, I'm open to that. And he's like, I just want to kiss you right now. And I'm like, okay, like I wasn't really planning on that, but if it feels authentic, I'm going to say yes. And it was a really nice, sweet first kiss that we had. And it unfolded into the marriage that we have and the beautiful lifestyle. So, sometimes we just have to follow what's authentic. Another thing that was said early in our relationship that was like very awkward, like I heard a voice say this to him. It's going to be weird, but just do it. We weren't even on our maybe second date. He was waiting for me to maybe come to join him for this beautiful music festival, actually art festival. Speaking of creativity, Burning Man. And as he was saying, like, look, you should get a ticket. You should come. This is going to be so much fun. I was like, dude, what am I doing? I don't really know you. It sounds amazing. I love that festival. But, and then I just said, I'm going to be authentic too. I want to make a baby soon. Like, I want to get married and have children, and you are too young and don't look like you're serious. You're, probably looking for a hookup. And he was like, no, actually, I recently decided that I want to meet my life partner really young. Even though I'm 25, I was 9 years older. So it was kind of this, shot in the dark that he would even be open to hearing the conversation, let alone be like, yeah, I want to make a baby maybe soon, maybe even with you. Those voices in our heads that say, this isn't what you should say. Normal people say this. Normal people wear this. Normal people would do it like this. Just throw it out and listen to you. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to ascend at some point. We're not going to have these bodies anymore. And at the end of our lives, do we want to live in regret going, gosh, I've been living my life just to fulfill some weird stigma that earthlings have? No, like you want to be like, I live joyfully. I live fully. So my husband and I, we are going to be actually reviewing our vows and redoing our vows. And what it's going to look like, we talked about it today, is we're going to do the vows for ourselves first, for our self-marriage. So I thought to share that with you because maybe you want to come along and join us on this mission of committing to self-love so that we can give more. So what we'll be doing, which is what we do in Bali when we have women come on retreat with us, is we do self-love marriage vows. We actually do a self-marriage ritual with women. We hold a space for them to do that. And writing our vows, sometimes we have some blind spots. Sometimes we have things that we forget to ask for. So it can be really helpful to do this in a very intentional space, asking for reflections from friends and family, looking at past relationships where you've maybe not set some good vows or boundaries, goals for yourself. And one of the things that I was sitting with today as Jack and I were having coconuts out at this really beautiful cafe was, I think that it's time for me to really put creativity in my vows, because it's funny, when I've been my most joyful, I get almost like woo, like super creative. I was going to say manically creative, but I don't want to put that energy out there of any labels. I just get very joyfully creative. And at times where I have been heartbroken, I've been the least creative. I go into maybe survival, and it's one of those things that it's kind of the last thing to really heal. If I go through a flu or I go through a depressive phase, losing my father a couple years ago is like, I didn't want to do artwork. And it's the thing that just brings me back to this life the most. So that's why we're going to a birthday party today. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wear this outfit that I made because it makes me happy. It's like a little mermaid skirt, and we're gonna be dancing with friends and having fun, and it has little ruffles and kind of opens in the back. Um, Sometimes I feel like I'm supposed to fit in, and sometimes it's fun to fit in. Honestly, if I were to wear this to like my conservative Christian like family reunion, well, my husband's family, I feel like maybe they'd get it, and maybe I might just wear something a little more conservative, because it's not necessarily fun to like ruffle feathers of communities that don't want to be ruffled. Um, they love and accept me, I have to say. They are really sweet people. And how great is it that we can have communities, that we can have tribes? Like, we're going to a soul family gathering, a birthday party of a friend of ours. And like, I feel like I can fully be me. And my husband supports it. Of course, my daughter supports it because she wants me to wear mermaid dresses. What 4-year-old doesn't think this is a great outfit? And I think that's so important to have at this time, is to have tribes that really foster our creative energy, that just love us for who we are, that encourage us to let our freak flags fly. And really don't do that just from like oh, good for you, but like, I'm curious, like, who is she or who is he? Who's the real authentic person? You know, I want to know someone's true self. I want to know what turns them on, what gets them inspired. And sometimes it can be triggering, right? It's like, oh, you like that? Or like, whoa, you know, this is not part of my belief system. And if we can't be our real selves and unconditionally be loved, then we can't have growth. We can't feel safe within ourselves. So I think it's important, even if someone else is triggering us, or if we're like vulnerable, like me, I'm like, I feel like I've aged so much as a mom that I might be going to the party thinking about like certain things about my body that have aged. And like, I want to be able to even talk about that with people, and people that can't go there with me right now, maybe it's just not a vibe, and that's okay. Like, we don't have to force a conversation. And like, I want to talk about what I'm excited about. I want to hear what you're excited about and see what flows. So I'm just kind of going on a 222 reading rampage. Basically, let's go with this February 22nd, 2024. The energy really feels to me like it's about unconditional love of the self, letting our true colors, our freak flags outshine, radiate, being expressive, being creative, being open about even the things that we're scared to share. And this could be a voice alchemy thing. It could be singing. If you're not comfortable with your voice, like, go and do that thing that's a little bit edgy. And instead of looking for feedback of like, what do you think about me? Just let it go. Like, let yourself be loved. And even if people don't get it, they might really just appreciate how brave you are to be that light. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for continuing this journey with me here on YouTube. We love you. Would love to know what you're up to. Please post in the comments below. I'm still just squeaking by in this channel, you know, having gone from like celebrity twin flame YouTube status to like, I don't know what's next, just embracing being a mom, sharing the mission of love, and just hanging out with you. So thank you for watching. Namaste, namaste. Have a beautiful day. Go play, do some colorful art or whatever excites you. Bye for now.